In Romance of the Three Kingdoms, there were still mighty generals who were not intimidated by Zhao Yun's fury. Some even managed to retreat safely. Zhao Yun, a general with a refined demeanor, appeared as a modest and courteous gentleman when calm. Yet once enraged, he transformed into a peerless killer, his martial skills unmatched by thousands. Han De, a fierce general from Liang, insulted Zhao Yun by calling him a traitor, and paid for it with the lives of himself and his 4 sons. In Romance of the Three Kingdoms, many records describe how Zhao Yun, once angered, would kill his opponents without mercy. For instance, during the Battle of Hanzhong, when Zhao Yun rushed to rescue Huang Zhong, who was surrounded by Xu Huang and Zhang Ye. No matter how polite the enemy generals were, few could escape death. A general named Murong Li, a subordinate of Wan Xing, blocked Zhao Yun's way, brandishing his sword on horseback. Zhao Yun thrust his spear with a single strike, killing Murong instantly. Cao Cao's forces scattered in panic. Zhao Yun charged deeper into the enemy lines and encountered another troop led by Wei General Xiao Bing. Zhao Yun shouted, "Where are the Shu soldiers?" Xiao Bing replied, "They have all been slaughtered." Furious Zhao Yun drove his spear forward and killed Xiao Bing as well. Zhao Yun stood 8, tall with thick eyebrows, large eyes, a broad face, and a strong jaw, not the image of a delicate scholarly man. When angered, he must have been truly terrifying. However, not all famous generals of the Three Kingdoms era were afraid of Zhao Yun. Some warriors, even when Zhao Yun was enraged, survived without being slain. Here are 4 mighty generals who did not fear Zhao Yun even in his fury. 1. Wen Chou. The first opponent Zhao Yun faced early in his career was Wen Chou, ranked 2nd among Yuan Shao's 4 pillars. The two clashed for 60 rounds without a clear winner. According to Romance of the Three Kingdoms, Wen Chou was the 2nd strongest of Yuan Shao's 4 pillars of Hebei. During Yuan Shao's peak, he gathered many talented warriors, but only 4 were honored with the title of pillars. And Wen Chou was ranked just after Liang. This fact alone speaks volumes about Wen Chou's exceptional talent and strength. Wen Chou was renowned for his stamina, superb horseback archery, and overwhelming physical strength. In addition, he possessed immense courage and an indomitable spirit, the highest virtues of a warrior in chaotic times. Notably, Wen Chou was not a reckless fighter. His ability to read battlefield situations and decisively retreat when necessary showed that he was a wise and strategic warrior, not one to throw his life away in vain. When Zhao Yun fought Wen Chou, he was not yet enraged. As the reinforcements from Gongsun Zan arrived, Wen Chou turned his horse and retreated. The young man Zhao Yun did not pursue. Gongsun Zan lacked the talent for recognizing true heroes, and Zhao Yun felt no deep loyalty toward him. Furthermore, being new to the battlefield, Zhao Yun had not yet accumulated a fierce battle aura. That's why Wen Chou could battle Zhao Yun for 60 rounds without defeat. Had Wen Chou dared to mock Zhao Yun as just a mere boy, the battle at Ban River might have ended with someone lying dead under Zhao Yun's spear. Even when calm, Zhao Yun could easily kill formidable enemies. He slew Bui Yuan Shao with a single thrust and pierced Chu Shang 3 times with his spear. When enraged, Zhao Yun's terror was unmatched. Something Trio Pham, the former governor of Guiyang, and Chen Ying, the army's commandant, experienced firsthand. When Chen Ying said, "We only serve Prime Minister Cao, not Liu Bei." Zhao Yun, furious, captured him alive. When Trio Pham tried to marry off his widowed sister-in-law to Zhao Yun rose in anger and knocked Trio Pham down with a single punch. Wen Chou, a seasoned general under Yuan Shao, had fought in countless battles. Meanwhile, Zhao Yun was still a young man just starting his military career, lacking battle-hardened experience. Though naturally talented, Zhao Yun's tactical striking feints and defensive mastery were not yet at the level of Wen Chou's veteran expertise. At that time, Zhao Yun still fought with the mindset of a loyal subordinate to Gongsun Zan, but without full devotion to his cause. Gongsun Zan, according to historical evaluations, was a mediocre warlord with poor judgment in employing talents. Zhao Yun, while loyal on the surface, never truly committed his whole heart to Gongsun Zan and thus held back his full strength in battle, unlike the later fierce loyalty and all-out devotion he showed to Liu Bei. Wen Chou's death later in life reflects a painful truth. Even the mightiest warriors cannot overcome fate and circumstance. At the Battle of Baima, Wen Chou and Liang's Mao were ordered to intercept Guan Yu. However, after only a few rounds, Wen Chou fell to Guan Yu, who would later be venerated as the god of war. Though his life on this battlefield was brief, Wen Chou deserved to be ranked among the greatest war gods of the three kingdoms. Had fate been kinder, had he served a wiser leader rather than Yuan Shao, history might have remembered him even more brightly as one of the era's finest warriors. In the hearts of romance of the Three Kingdoms fans, Wen Chou, the mighty warrior who fought Zhao Yun to a standstill, remains forever a symbol of indomitable strength, courage, and the tragic downfall of heroes swallowed by the tides of history. 2. Xiahou Dun, those who angered Zhao Yun. Yun often met a grim fate, but there were always exceptions. During the Battle of Bowang in Xinye province, Xiahou Dun insulted Zhao Yun and his comrades by shouting, "You follow Liu Bei like ghosts trailing after demons." Enraged, Zhao Yun spurred his horse forward. After a few exchanges, Zhao Yun pretended to lose and fled. Xiahou Dun gave chase. Zhao Yun ran for about 10 li before suddenly turning his horse to strike back. After a few more bouts, he fled again. Xiahou Dun's insult compared Zhao Yun and Liu Bei to mere wandering spirits. Normally, Zhao Yun would have slain Xiahou Dun with a single thrust of his spear. However, Zhuge Liang had given strict orders beforehand. Zhao Yun was only to feign defeat, not to achieve victory. Thus, Zhao Yun had to suppress his anger and engage in fake combat to lure the enemy deeper into the ambush. Even without Zhuge Liang's command, Zhao Yun's fury alone might not have been enough to kill Xiahou Dun. After completing his task of luring the enemy in, Zhao Yun did wish to slay Xiahou Dun to avenge the insult. But ultimately, Xiahou Dun managed to escape. Cao Cao's troops trampled over one another in chaos, suffering heavy casualties. Zhao Yun pursued them, but Xiahou Dun fled in haste. Xiahou Dun was no ordinary general. Even if Zhao Yun was truly enraged, he could not have killed Xiahou Dun easily in a one-on-one duel. Although Xiahou Dun might not have been able to defeat Zhao Yun, he was certainly capable of escaping. At the Battle of Puyang, Xiahou Dun once engaged Lu Bu in a fierce battle under heavy rain, and neither could gain the upper hand. Both had to withdraw. Later, after Guan Yu killed Yan, Liang and Zhang Wan resigned his post and famously crossed 5 passes, slaying 6 generals. Xiahou Dun relentlessly pursued him, declaring that he would capture Guan Yu alive and present him to Cao Cao for judgment. Guan Yu, furious, roared, "Do you think I fear you?" and charged straight at Xiahou Dun. The two clashed for over a dozen rounds without a clear victor. Zhang Lao later arrived to intervene and the two sides withdrew. Xiahou Dun was the top general of Cao Cao's army, the second being Cao Ren. Together, they were the first 2 grand generals of Cao Wei. He was not someone easily defeated or slain. He had faced Lu Bu and Guan Yu without fear. Naturally, he would not be afraid of Zhao Yun's fury either. 3. Yan Liang. In Romance of the Three Kingdoms, by Luo Guanzhong, Yan Ling is portrayed as a ferocious and powerful warrior. The pinnacle of Yan Liang's military career was the Battle of Baima, when Chao moved his forces to aid Yuan Shao. Yan Liang was tasked with defending the northern bank of the Baima River, blocking Cao's advance. Here he showcased his outstanding martial prowess, defeating several of Cao's elite generals in succession. Among those who fell to Yan Liang's spear, the most notable were Wen Chou and Song Xian, two of Cao's key generals. Wen Chou, a renowned commander with many past victories, could not withstand Yan Liang's ferocious assault and was slain in battle. Soon after, Song Xian met the same fate. Yan Liang's dominance did not stop there. Xu Huang, another famed general who would later be counted among Cao's 5 tiger generals, was also defeated by Yan Liang, forced to flee and unable to face him head-on. The Battle of Baima revealed a stark truth. Yan Liang's momentum was enough to shatter enemy lines and intimidate even Cao's seasoned warriors. Though Yan Liang possessed exceptional combat skills and an overwhelming battlefield presence, his death at Baima was not due to any deficiency in his abilities. His killer was none other than Guan Yu, the legendary god of war, revered by later generations. In that fateful encounter, Guan Yu was assigned by Cao to carry out a surprise attack, capitalizing on speed and the element of surprise. Guan Yu crossed the river and launched a sudden assault on Yan Liang's camp, caught off guard before he could properly organize his forces. Yan Liang was slain by a single strike from Guan Yu's blade, ending the life of one of the era's greatest warriors. Had it been a face-to-face prepared battle, the outcome might have been very different. Yan Liang was not the type of fighter to fall easily, even against powerful foes. But fate on the battlefield is ruthless, allowing no margin for error. A single moment of carelessness can spell death, even for the strongest. Although Yan Liang's time was brief, the mark he left on the history of the Three Kingdoms is unforgettable. He proved that in the midst of the era's violent storms, there were still brilliant flames burning brightly, even if only for a moment, leaving an enduring glow behind. Yan Ling embodied a warrior spirit, defined not only by raw strength, but also by an unyielding will, refusing to submit to any opponent. Whether facing Cao, Guan Yu, or Zhao Yun, men later celebrated as icons of the Three Kingdoms. Yan Liang's talent and courage were undeniable and worthy of admiration. Had Yuan Shao known how to properly value and command great warriors like Yan Liang, the course of the Three Kingdoms might have taken a very different turn. Unfortunately, Yuan Shao's indecision and stubbornness led to the tragic waste of heroes like Yan Liang, leaving behind only sorrow and regret for future generations. For Xu Chu, throughout Romance of the Three Kingdoms, besides the one-eyed Xiahou Dun, who feared neither Lu Bu nor Guan Yu, there were at least 3 generals who were unafraid of Zhao Yun's wrath. Xu Chu was one of them. However, Xu Huang and Zhang He certainly do not count, because later on they did not even dare face Zhao Yun directly. Zhao Yun let out a mighty roar, spurred his horse into the enemy lines, charging left and right as if in an empty field. His spear danced up and down like pear blossoms, blooming his armor, shining like falling snow. Zhang He and Xu Huang were terrified and dared not engage him. Zhang He had previously been defeated by Zhao Yun. Xu Huang, being a prudent general, would yield when facing strength and press when facing weakness. During the Battle of Guandu, he had lost to both Yan Liang and Wen Chou, choosing to flee rather than engage in a hopeless fight. The 4 pillars of Yuan Shao and the 3 fierce generals of Cao's camp. Dian Wei, Xu Chu, and Xu Huang were likely no match for Zhao Yun. But only Yan Ling, Wen Chou, and Xu Chu truly showed no fear when facing him. The remaining generals either never had the chance to face Zhao Yun, or if they did, could not stand their ground. few could hope to survive Zhao Yun's fury. In this regard, Xu Huang and Zhang He deserve some credit for knowing their limits. Xu Chu, however, was somewhat reckless when fired up. He feared no one, not even Ma Chao. He fought Zhao Yun twice at Mount Qiangban, and in truth, neither side gained the upper hand. Zhao Yun and Xu Chu clashed for 30 rounds without a clear winner. It wasn't that Zhao Yun didn't want to kill Xu Chu, rather he truly could not. Generally, if two fighters remain evenly matched after 30 rounds, they would likely still be deadlocked after 100. Only rare exceptions like Guan Yu and Ling saw different outcomes. Ling, after 30 rounds, had already begun to falter and would surely have died if the fight continued. In the tumultuous world of Romance of the Three Kingdoms, Zhao Yun shone like a brilliant star, cultured and gentle at rest, but a raging death storm when enraged. Yet even a god of war like Zhao Yun had adversaries who could match him. Wen Chou, Xiahou Dun, Liang, and Xu Chu. These few rare names proved that in chaotic times, survival required not only talent, but also courage, strategy, and a touch of fate. Their clashes were not merely battles of martial skill, but collisions of willpower and resilience. Moments that history would remember as undying legends. Which mighty warrior impressed you most among those who dared to face Zhao Yun at his angriest, if not constrained by battlefield strategy or circumstance? Who do you think could truly defeat Zhao Yun in a one-on-one duel? Share your thoughts in the comments. We would love to hear your views on these immortal heroes of the Three Kingdoms.